Hello everyone, I'm AussieJTV here, playing some more Ancient Legacy of Azul after our great run yesterday. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Definitely the furthest I've ever gotten so far. But for now, we're going to go back to the Azulmancer. Now, I remember distinctly saying at the beginning of last episode how I definitely thought the Azulmancer was better than the Wayfarer, or at least I was doing better with them. I think I understood them. I think that has completely 180'd in my estimation. I actually played a little bit of this offline as the Azulmancer earlier, and I just couldn't do anywhere near as well as I was doing with the Wayfarer. I don't know if we were just very lucky yesterday with the unlocks we were getting or the pickups we were getting, but I think it might also have something to do with just the Wayfarer is just naturally a lot tankier, so you have more of a health barrier to stop yourself from being punished for mistakes, basically. But maybe that, or maybe I just need to get a bit more of a handle on the mutations and get some luckier mutations to hit the enemies. But we'll see what we can do today. It would be great. I'm not going to say we need to get further than we did last time, but obviously that would be the idea. But if we can get to the Dryad, the Cherry Blossom area again, I'd be really happy for that, because I think the furthest, as I said, as I've got with the Azulmancer is the 3rd level, and we're at the edge of the screen here, so I'm going to turn back. But yeah, and I think one of the things that I've learned is I want to try and get some health regen at the start. I think that really helps, so I am going to purchase this. I'm slowly starting to learn what the different things look like. So the gnarled root regenerates plus 2 HP per second. It's not much, but it's a little bit. I'd rather get that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a blue one. So a rare that basically increases your health regen when you're near to death, and it will also help you prevent death. That seems a much stronger variant of this, but I'll take what I'm given. And apart from that, I realised I forgot to pick this up last time. So my general strategy is find the end like this, and then when I do, turn back, so that I basically cover all of the chests before I start fighting the boss. Now, if there's a specifically good item or something that I think fits my strategy, I would buy that as well. And I'm just looking at this, and this is Azul Dust Shrine, which basically removes the 4 quadrants in the top right, so how fast we pick up mutations. I can never remember what it's called. And I was messing around with this quite a lot more in yesterday's video about getting used to trying to bring that down so that we don't have to deal with loads of mutations. And I think I might as well keep that up, because I think it's a very good strategy. I think the mutations can quickly get out of control as those quadrants go up. So what I think I might actually do with my 150 gold or 150 gems is I keep saying gems, I mean shards. I don't mean shards, I mean Azul Dust. One day I'll get this right. So Azul Dust and Azul Stones. So what I might do is I either save up to get one of the Azul items first, which is arguably maybe better, or I'm just going to get this. I'm going to calm the world. So basically we're almost back to square one, and we don't have to worry about getting any mutations early on, which might be good, like even into the 2nd stage. So let's see how this goes. You know, it's not too different from how I played it last time, but with even more of a focus on mutations, and we'll see if it's worthwhile. And especially because we managed to get that yellow earlier, so the bottle of moonshine, which effectively means you have a chance to reset your cooldowns. I felt like we're in actually a pretty good spot here, and we'll do enough damage. We just need to keep dealing it. And the general kiting strategy holds well for the giant here. So we'll keep dodging. But yeah. So interestingly, I was talking to some of my friends earlier, and I wanted to get everyone else's opinion on a potential hot take on how things like Discord and other Skype and other voice sharing platforms work. Because I can't for the life of me see this person's point. I want to see if I'm the only one, if everyone disagrees with me, or maybe everyone agrees with me, who knows. But he had this view, and this is partly because I have the new mic, that you shouldn't be able to change your own input volume on devices. Like you shouldn't be able to make your mic sound loud. No, sorry, I've got this completely wrong. Apologies. He basically said you shouldn't be able to change someone else's output volume into use. So someone shouldn't be able to go onto my specific person and say, I want Aussie J to sound quieter or sound louder. And I told him that's a stupid idea. Of course you want to have individual changes. But his argument is the person who owns the mic should have the responsibility to keep their settings the same. So basically, if he's going to be too loud for one person, he's going to be too loud for other people as well. And he might as well do what he needs to do to keep it all set up. Now, I don't believe that. I feel like some people might want certain people quieter, certain people louder, etc. So I don't really understand his point of view. But he then tried to give some sort of persuasive argument. So I want to see what everyone else's view is. Would you change your mic, or would you expect other people to change yours? I think my general answer is I would expect to change mine as much as possible, but I'm not going to please everyone. So, if you want to tweak it yourself, go ahead. Anyway, back into the game. I'm going to get the increased health regen. I always think this is pretty good. Like, it's not necessarily the best, but we can afford it. And I think it's always good to get an early Azul item because they tend to give a lot of bonuses. And especially as this guy isn't particularly tanky, it might help to have extra health regen. And because of that, I'm going to be a bit brave and I'm going to get this offer to the Red Lady. So I've worked out a little bit more about what this does. I did pick it up and successfully use it on a previous episode. But basically, the core principle of it is it halves your health for the level, but then you get bonuses if you still manage to complete that level. So either we'll regret all of this and lose here, or it will work out really well. But I'm thinking because we've got no mutations yet, we're in a pretty good place to just try and leverage the fact that we have less health, and that helps even more. 2 different yellow items. So the one that we just got, I've actually never had before. This this blue fire that shoots out of enemies, which is pretty cool when they die. And then we've also got the haunting spirit. This is a bit unfortunate that the boss is right on one far side, because it means we have to trek all the way back over to the right and find out any more chests that we have. But it's not the end of the world. So while we're doing that, I'll just have a quick look. So we've got a haunted lantern, which means you can get a seeking spirit bolt. And then we have on kill create a pillar of flame. So this seems really strong for us at the moment, especially with no mutations. So I'm hopeful we'll get the reward and we'll pog up and we'll move into the next zone. And who knows, maybe that dryad area isn't a pipe dream, maybe even further than that isn't. I probably shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, but who knows. For those of you that haven't unlocked any of the other characters yet, because I haven't either, that's my other sort of secondary objective of this run is, can I unlock the third character, or a third character anyway, because I don't think you have to unlock them in order, they're sort of for different things basically. So that would be really good as well, because however much I like playing these 2 characters and the game is fun without it, I feel like there's a lot more content that I've yet to see with the other 4 characters, especially I think it's the marksman or the bow lady, ranger, whatever you want to call it. She I want to play as, because I feel like that's the one I'm most likely to unlock next, because I think you have to have like 15 unlocks. And I feel like we're getting relatively close on the unlock front. I can't think how many I've had, but I've got 1, I think, each for killing each of the bosses before their timer runs out. At least I've definitely done it for the first 4. I'm not sure if I did it for the 5th one or not before I died in such a ridiculous way. And I must say, big thanks to one of the commenters. I can't remember your name. I apologize off the top of my head. But he was telling me that the reason I died after killing the boss last time was actually because I had a load of debuffs on me, and that all your debuffs are displayed here in the bottom above your abilities. And I did know that that sort of happened in general. I just never thought that the debuffs could get that strong, because as you said, I think I was on like 50 plus health, no enemies attacking me, and then I just slowly died afterwards, which was a bit annoying, but you know, you live and you learn, and we've got a lot of new exciting things to tackle next time. Right, I don't know why these ones with the sort of ×5 icon spawn sometimes. I don't know if it's just like unlucky for us that they do spawn, but I'm going to clear them out before we spawn the boss, just so that we don't have to worry about them being a nuisance. And then we will start the fight. If I just press it now. Fortunately, they just got poisons before that, but they'd have got it anyway. And I'll just pick up this buff as well. So, this guy just seems to be more of a dodge, duck, dive and weave exercise. I actually much prefer, playing this character, playing the Wayfarer against this guy. Just because he has so many ranged attacks, I'd rather just get close to him and just clobber him to death as soon as possible. So I feel like that's a much better tactic. But it's not, you know, we can do that both ways. I'm not particularly worried about this boss as this character. It's mainly just third boss and beyond that I always seem to struggle at. I make it sound like I've only actually fought the 4th boss and the 5th boss once. So when I say I always struggle at, maybe the 3rd boss is a more accurate statement for that one. But yeah, if any of you have played with those new characters, let me know what you think of them. If there's one you think I should be trying to unlock first. I mean, I'm trying not to necessarily fully spoil myself on anything, so I don't actually know what the unlock conditions of some of them are. I mean, I know what they are based on what it says on the menu, but I don't know what that means. Like, one's about like unlocking an area of ice or something like that. So I don't know what that really means, if that's just something I'm going to randomly come across, potentially on any of the other levels, or whether I just wait and see. I mean, you know, as I said, not in a rush. I know one of them is for beating the game and one of them is for unlocking 15 items. So at least the 15 items one seems a bit more realistic now than the others. I'm just thinking, this is increased health regen, I know that, and I can't remember what this one is. I think I'm going to pick up this other one just because I can never remember. And as you can see, we've now got a red portal. So this is because we use the Red Lady sort of altar, and it should take us to this temple of the Red Lady, and we get 1 Azul stone, we get 2 Azul stones, and I can't remember exactly what you get from her. Yeah, you get, I don't know if it's guaranteed to be a yellow item, but getting 2 levels in that early on is really good. And we've got pretty good finances going into the shop. I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot. It does take, it's instead of the shop. So we'll bank all of this and we should have a really good shop after this. And we just picked up the Scorpion Tail. That's what we unlocked for beating the 4th boss. in the time limit, I believe at least. So we've got a chance to poison, which is good as well. We are really getting blessed with these yellows. This is definitely looking like a strong run, which I'm glad that we're getting on camera rather than my trash runs that I was doing today off camera. So we might as well start using this one because we'll want to get all of the upgrades that we can get. And I'm hoping that we should find this level. Oh, don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon, Oscar. I was going to say, hopefully we should find this level a lot easier now because we've got double the health again. But it's definitely pays to be careful, especially against elites like that. And some armor piercing is not going to be too bad for us either. So let's take that. I might, if I see some like good things, just end up buying them here. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to... That's a trade instead of a buy. So from what I understand about trades, it's a random chance of any of your things being the thing that you trade of the same rarity. So for example, if you're trying to trade for a blue, you have to, one of your other blues will randomly get chosen. That's a bit unfortunate that we got resilience there, but I'm thinking maybe we do take this porcupine. I mean, we try and keep a distance from enemies, so maybe it's not worth it. In fact, I've just persuaded myself not to take it. I was thinking that maybe if they did get on top of us, that's a way to hopefully get out of jail relatively easily. But I just think if we can try and kill them before they get close to us as much as possible, then that won't be an issue at all. Right, let's dodge these ring wraiths and make sure we pick up this field rations. So that's nice that we have... I'll be honest, that's never going to be useful. I never stand still, really. Unless it counts standing still because you're casting, like while you're in a cast animation, then maybe it's useful. But otherwise, I think it's pretty pointless because I'm constantly moving around in this game. And I think this takes us to the edge of the screen. I can't remember what this one does, but I'm going to leave it for now because I don't think it's necessarily needed. I do feel like we are stalling out a bit. So I want to save... I can't remember how much it is in the third shop, but whatever it is that brings the mutation meter down, I want to get. But I might buy one of these Azul stones so that we can upgrade our Azul item and get some buffs that way as well. So I'll buy that. That puts us to 1,000-ish. By the time we fight the boss, it will be 1,000. And then... we should be hopefully good to go when we get to the shop. So let's start the boss, start the Yeti Man himself. I'll launch these preemptively. Unfortunately, it didn't hit him, but it's not the end of the world. Will this hit? No, I have to jump. Just keep spamming spells. That's the general logic. This guy's, more of a kind one. Oh, that was not how we do this. We want to try and dodge these as much as possible, but I'm not liking the levels or the... I say the levels, I mean, the little hills here. It's causing me problems in actually getting hits off. And that's good. Getting these blue fires to spawn is really useful, actually. It goes straight through their armor much faster. Here we go. Let's go through here. I want to regenerate. Maybe I'll actually use these field rations. Let's stand still for a second. Look how fast our health is going up. Oh, only for a little bit, though. I'm not really doing much damage to the boss while I'm doing this, though. I should at least be casting my R. I just want to get our health back up to a reasonable safety point. All of this is taking time, and the mutations mark is ticking up at that point. I think this will be our good chance. Stand still for a second. There we go. Increased. Oh, those blended in with the knight so well. I didn't actually see them. I'm gonna have to stand still here. Get back up to 600. Fire my spells. I think I'm gonna actually just run through here. I mean, I feel like I just got all that health regen for nothing, but at least we're on the other side and we got more places to move. Can we get through this without dying? Oh, this is not looking good, I'll be honest. Oh no, okay, stand still, and shift through. Stand still, shift through. Stand still. I'm not really getting the stand still benefits. I thought this run was going really well, and now I don't know, it's probably just an error between keyboard and chair. It's probably myself playing badly. But yeah, I just suddenly... Oh, now that is a yellow... I don't know what mitosis does, but it can't be good if it's yellow. So let's just keep dodging. The Cyclops is nearly down now, so I don't think it's going too badly. Ooh, those ring wraiths do a ton of damage when they get close to you. Oh, and he's dead. Okay, that's good. I want to see what this mitosis is, though. Increases the amount of mutations added by +1. Okay, we need to get rid of that. I'm not even sure how we best get rid of it. There's something in here that will allow us to purge 1, but I think it's 1 randomly. It's not guaranteed to be that one, but I'm almost certain that we're just going to have to do this. So let's go in here, and it's this altar here. So we use that, press E to cleanse the world. Will it get rid of it? Unfortunately, it didn't get rid of it, which is not ideal. I'm also going to spend 500 to reduce the instability. I will sacrifice an Azul stone to buff our regen. So now this increases our max health even more and our health regen by more. I'll buy another stone. And the question is, do I want to upgrade this, the cleansing wand, or do I want to increase that health regen? I think I'm going to increase the health regen. So I'll basically get another upgrade to that. And then I will buy... is any of this really worth it? I'm trying to remember what they all are. I think I probably have them all. Increased crit chance. Punch dagger, I think this is increased damage. and then the Dragonstone. On hit, 10% chance to inflict burning on enemies. But it's plus 10% per stack. So I might just get this anyway, because if we've got 4, that's 40% chance of it happening, which I think is really good. So it's a shame. I feel like it should show whatever your current is. So instead of saying 10% plus 10% per stack, it should say you are at 40%, and then you get plus 10% for actually every additional one, basically. I think that'd be a more easy, readable way to read these. But often, half the time, I'm running around flailing like a crazy person when I play this game, not spending time trying to understand what all the different pieces do. That's probably one of the reasons I don't do so well, but it's interesting to see anyway. So let's head over to the right-hand side of the screen. I'm sort of trying to keep an eye out. I always forget this one. Increased damage to enemies at long range. Okay, that's actually a good one to know. I was going to say I always forget what that is, and with this character, it definitely seems like something that's worth keeping an eye out for, because at least we're trying to stay at long range, because we're obviously a spellcaster. We might not succeed very often, but at least we're trying. Right, and now as we're in the humble deserts, I always wonder like what the names of deserts like this are. Like, it always reminds me of like Tatooine or something, but it's obviously not Star Wars, right? We've got skeletons in the background. I just wonder if we're on a different planet, basically. That's what I'm working. Is it just a fancy land, or is it a completely different planet? Let's try and clear some of these out while we can. And that went really well, actually. And okay, so here's the boss, and I bet the boss is right at one end. Yes, it is. Bit unfortunate, but we will... Actually, this might not be the right tactic, but I'm thinking about going straight for it, just because as long as we have this mitosis here, I'm just worried that we're just going to stack bad things and bad things and bad things over time. I'd rather try and get another chance to get one of those cleansing stones and get rid of it. Maybe I'm focusing too much on it, but double mutations every time? It just seems like it's never going to go well for us. Right, I need to be careful about my poison stack. I feel like this is the first area where poison starts to become a potential problem. Obviously, this isn't where we got killed by it last time, but it's only a matter of time before I take up too much poison. I mean, hopefully, actually saying that, our Azul item might protect us from that sort of thing, because we've got quite a bit of health regen. As I dodge. We're doing a reasonable amount. I don't think I even realised, because I was just standing on top of this Hive Queen last time, that she shoots out these baby little mosquitoes every time. Well, not every time, but I quite like the animation on them, where those almost, if you don't mind looking at the sort of sickening insectopod bit where all of the claws are, I like how you can see them like burst out of the eggs. I think that's a really cool little animation. It does show that they've really thought about the little things in this game. I sometimes think like the animations I feel are really, they know what the art style wants to be, and they've done a really good job of making that art style look good. I do wonder if they do just run into us. I was wondering if we've got 9 stacks of poison, guys. We've got 9 stacks of poison. Let's just stand still. Let our field rations come into play a little bit at least, and just heal up. Oh, I think we killed him. I feel like this boss is the sort of boss that I never actually realised when she's dead. Both times I've looked away for 1 second because I've been worried about poison or something like that, and then lo and behold, the boss is dead. Let's get to the end. Simple answer, if I've got a choice between a blue and a white, I'm going to take the blue. I feel like we've got enough health regen at the moment, and that other one is, I think it's heal on hit. Let's just double check. Receive 2 health per hit. Yeah, so it is. We've got no Azul stones, but I think what we're going to do, how much is this? 1,100 to calm the world. So we'll do that to keep our mutations down, and then we'll purchase the Azul stone to get rid of another mutation. Unfortunately, once again, it wasn't mitosis. I was just hoping we're going to get rid of this mitosis. And then 395. I don't know if we can buy anything for 395, I'll be honest. Maybe one of these. I'd rather save it up. The long range damage is not that impressive in my mind. And I just realised 1,200 health, that's definitely the most health we've ever had in this game. And then we're in to the land of the cherry blossoms. It's nice that we're right at the shrine. It's a shame that you can't see which side you're closest to the edge of, though, because I could be going in the wrong direction. But worst comes to worst, we'll just head back, and we're not going to be doubling back on ourselves too much. Right. This is probably the worst upgrade in the game in my view. At least the worst blue, because all it does is it gives you an extra jump. Maybe if you stack it, that would be really useful. Like maybe you could just jump over everything without taking out any damage. But like, look, I've already got 3 jumps. I never remember to use it. I actually didn't realize that. I didn't even look below to see my items. I just sort of was like, let's just keep hitting space until I run out of jumps. And we're back at these really nice weeping willows. Did any of you ever like Wind in the Willows as a child? I don't know if that's something you only really hear about in the UK. It's a book. I mean, it's also a play as well, where Toad of Toad Hole, who's a character, basically, who is a frog. Well, a toad, I should say. They're all like animals with human characteristics, anthropomorphic characteristics, and he owns like, he's like part of the aristocracy, I guess. He has Toad manner, and then he runs away. And all I really remember is at one point he has to dress up as a woman to escape this judge's court. And we did it at school once. I don't think I'm going to kill all these in time, which is unfortunate. Probably wasn't worth using this upgrade, but let's just clear the rest out. But yeah, so I had to play as a character in the school play, the like magistrate or the judge that was responsible for like telling off Toad and like sentencing him to jail, and that's when he had to dress up as a woman to escape. Not really sure why he had to dress up as a woman. Obviously, it's quite an old book, so it might have some slightly outdated ideas. Oh, we just failed on this. Do we? Oh, definitely not with that. What is this? Increase max health of enemies by 50%. Okay, this is looking harder. But yeah, it was actually a funny story. Well, maybe slightly not funny, but funny at the same time. Is I couldn't actually end up playing that that magistrate, that judge in the end, because I got diagnosed. So I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I was actually diagnosed with diabetes sort of just before the performance, and I was stuck in hospital. So that's not the less fun bit, but what the fun bit was is that my school friend, he thankfully was like, don't worry, I will take over Oscar's part. I will play the magistrate. And I was like, we didn't have much time to prepare, so we did a bang up job of it. But obviously you have to learn lines and this, and he already had another part in the play. But thankfully, all a magistrate or a judge really does is they just sit in a big chair and slam a gavel down. So what we did is we had a book made out of cardboard. I can't remember, it wasn't a real book, but we hollowed out the inside of it and put the script in there. So basically we're like, worst comes to worst, if he forgets, he can just have a glance at that. And he did a bang up job, really. This was probably when I was like 10. Now, anyway, enough talking about little anecdotes. Now we've got a boss to beat, and especially with this Titanic on, I am very scared, I must say. And especially with all the poison. Remember the poison this time. You don't want to die after you've already killed the boss, that's for sure. Oh, getting some dodges here. Sorry if the commentary is not as good as it should be while I'm concentrating, but I don't think it's going too badly so far. She just is very tanky, and we've got to remember that. And all these enemies, I'm pretty sure I would need to like check this. I might Google it after this episode. But I feel like the enemies spawn faster when you're fighting the boss, just to make it even more unfair, really. I feel like I'm just doing more damage to the enemies rather than her at the moment, which is not ideal. Maybe if we kill one, it's going to spawn the blue fire. Yeah, and the blue fire will help kill the rest of the enemies. I feel like we need something to buff our damage. That's what I think. We've got some nice like yellow items that are like giving us general buffs and like different weapons, but I'd really like to see some like, you know, maybe I'm just a noob, so I'm just thinking more damage per second, you know, more damage per hit, faster attack speed, all of those sorts of things. Right, let's get some. To be fair, I keep worrying because we're taking a lot of damage, but we have got so much health that I don't feel like we're in too much of a worry, and I haven't seen a load of poison stacks, which makes me think, how did we have all the poison last time? Maybe it was mutations, but I thought we only had one poison mutation on us when it happened last time. I'm hoping one of them's going to blow up. That's exactly what I was hoping. Get one of them to blow up, make the blue cloud, and then get the boss to run into the blue cloud. Seems like the best strat, but it seems to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, she is tanky though. This Titanic is nothing to mess with. I mean, I'm definitely going to try and cleanse the world or whatever it was again after this boss, because I think it cleanses a whole set. So can you see a lot of these allow like ×2, ×3, ×4 because of the mitosis? It will clear all of them, not just one, which is really good for us. Oh dear. She is going down. She is going down. And we're not really going down, so I shouldn't be too annoyed. It's just everyone has so much health, both us and the enemy, which is not ideal. I'd rather be us a glass cannon and them a glass cannon, because I think that's more fun. You know, I like dealing a lot of damage. I don't like waiting around. But maybe that's just unfair. Maybe we can get some decent damage here for once she's in front of everyone else. Oh, nothing like the triple jump. Yeah, as I said, this is actually like, you know, most useless item in the game, but I'm actually using it to get some shots off, so it's not all useless. And I think we're gonna do this time, and I don't even think we're gonna have to worry about silly poison damage killing us afterwards, which will be really good. We can effectively have a new PB. I do feel like this overall was mainly because we have really good items, rather than it be like good play by me. I don't know. So I still think the Wayfarer is stronger, like for this sort of stuff. Like we killed her so much faster last time as the Wayfarer. Right, a good thing is we came straight back to the exit. So let's kill all of these. Wait, she's still alive? Well, I'm not going to stay around to find out why she is. Maybe that's a glitch, or maybe that's meant to happen and you're just meant to get out as soon as you can. But we've successfully moved on to a new part of the game. So as I was saying, first thing we're going to do, we need to buy the Azul stone. What's really unfortunate is we can't do that and cleanse. So let's see what we get rid of. Please get rid of Titanic or mitosis. Oh, neither of them. I don't even know what it got, and it wasn't a ×2, so that was really unfortunate for us. And will we even have any money to get anything else? That's good. I mean, none of these seem particularly worthwhile. We can get armor piercing, but I think we just keep the money, and we just have to save up. I don't know enough about the late game of this. Like, what we meant to do, I don't know. I mean, assuming we are even in the late game, but we are in the crater. The crater implies to me that we could be close to the end of the game, unless there's like hell after the crater or something like that. I'm just probably not even worth doubling back. I thought we could collect something there. But what's nice is we started on the edge of the screen. So at least we definitely know where one edge is, and then we can just start moving to the other one. So let's drop down here, open that. Field rations. That's also one of the ones I would put in very useless, but we have tried to use it a little bit in this run, which is cool. And armor piercing, okay, that's good. And it's free compared to buying it in the shop, which would have cost us money. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for, which is probably bad. Anything yellow, I'm happy with. Probably that long range one would be a good thing to pick up. And we don't really need health regen, it's just damage we need. And I don't know enough about which ones are the damagey ones. So I guess if we see this gun, because this is inflict additional damage, there's the sword, which is... No, wait, where's the sword? Sorry. The sword, which has increased attack speed. It might be worth picking up this quiver, because this quiver... Oh, what are these? These are new enemies. The quiver has a... maybe it's not even worth picking those up. Because if they're bad, they're doubly bad while we have this mitosis active. Oh, I don't think we're getting through this level, guys, I'll be honest. I just feel like we're taking so much damage. So much damage already. And the problem is with this field rations, it's not as soon as you stop walking. It's like you have to stand still for quite a while. Oh, can we buy that? Whether we want to save up more for other things, I don't know. But as I said, I want anything yellow. I don't understand this game well enough. I'm going to buy it. I'll get both of these and then double back. And keep moving on. Oh, so much going on. So many new things to see. I wonder if we'll unlock a boss. I wonder if we'll unlock an enemy for doing this. Do we even want to try this? Press E to start. Oh. Well, I'm probably going to start it, you know. Can't help it. But I do want to see the last boss. So if it looks like we're just going to die... Oh, actually, we've got the triple jump for just these sorts of things. Maybe this is the benefit for the triple jump. Oh, and definitely the benefit to get a passive damage over time. Not damage over time. Jesus. Oh, 74 health. Come on, regen. That's not enough regen. Oh, we're not trying to fight these elites, that's for sure. But then, are we just going to eventually die anyway if we don't do it? Like, look how much health these things have. We haven't got Titanic ×4, have we? No, we haven't. It's mainly these blue things with the blue bolts. These like weird like alien-looking creatures. I want to try and clear some of them out before we fight the boss. Really? Oh dear! Damage. Apologies for the loud noises. I'm hoping my mic doesn't like peak and go really high. I mean, I've just bought this, so I'm hoping it's gonna be fine. Right, can we afford to buy this now, or do we need to clear the riffraff? I think we need to clear the riffraff, but I'm just like, are we gonna get a chance to? We can get some shots in here at least. They definitely have regen. It's the vampiric. Oh, I forgot this was what gave us so much grief last time. It's because I'm getting hit by all of these shots. They're getting all sorts of regen. Oh, and we might be dying here. Let's see if we can get to the... Oh, I wanted to get to the boss to at least show you what the boss was, but we'll have to save that for another run. Anyway, that's at least a good timing for a video. I try to aim for like 30 minutes or so. So if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, we greatly appreciate it. I really want to know what you guys have found out about this game. Anything new, any recommendations on your side? And we'll be back with some more of this tomorrow. But thanks for watching, and we'll tackle the crater next time. I just did my signing off bit, and then all I'm going to do is go into the menu and see if we've unlocked a new character. We have not. But anyway, once again, signing off next time.